From This Corner with John Ball is brought to you by KNEO 91.7 The Word.
Welcome into From This Corner. I'm John Ball, and my special guest, and it's always a privilege to have Lauri Lyerla from the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce. Lauri, thank you for dropping by.
No problem.
Hey, it's been, like everybody else, it's been a different type of year, hadn't it?
It definitely has. It's definitely been one where we roll with the punches.
Yeah, most definitely, and I think we've learned what the term flexibility, we had no idea before what it was all about. We sure learning now, aren't we?
That's right. You know, we talked a lot about pivoting. We've done lots of pivoting, a lot of pivoting.
Well, we just finished up with the Fall Festival, and there are things going on in Neosho. Wow, the Chamber has 530 members?
Yes, we do. We have continued growing in a time when many businesses struggle. We have just continued to have new business start, new businesses seeking the help of the Chamber to just get information out there. So, yeah, we've continued to grow. So we've been very fortunate.
Well, I tell you what, if you listen to the national media much, all you hear is unemployment, and you guys are doing a job fair?
That's right. One of the biggest requests from our employers is that they need employees. So we always do a fall job fair. Normally it's a live event held one day for about 4 hours down at the Civic. We have a lot of companies that are needing lots of employees, so we didn't want to not do it. So we have rolled that into a virtual job fair, and it's actually 2 weeks long. It goes through Monday. It started on October 5th and has been running. Simply go to our website, but it gives people looking for jobs the opportunity to look 24 hours a day. They can go to our website, they can check out the jobs, visit the employers, visit the links to tell them how to apply, all of that.
Okay, so if you're out there and you've already got a job, but you kind of want to better things in life for your family and your kids, you can look on a Sunday afternoon, right?
Yep, you can search anytime. You just go to neoshocc.com, scroll down a little, and there's a link that clicks into the virtual job fair. It lists all the businesses. We have 24 different businesses participating, 200 different jobs. So LaZBoy is our presenting sponsor of that. They are needing the most people right now. They have about 140 positions. They're on a real growth mode. LaZBoy is our largest employer, and when all these positions are filled, they'll be at 1,000 employees, which is amazing.
Well, LaZBoy came here over 50 years ago,
yes,
and we don't ever want to take them for granted because there was a lot of hard work done by a whole lot of people to get LaZBoy, then what was Buddy L, and then Talbot Wire came around and soon became Leggett and Platt. So really, our Southwest Missouri is a great place if you want to go to work.
Yes, definitely. And we are fortunate that LaZBoy has continued to thrive here. They have, part of their growth is because of some shutdowns in other communities. So we never want to take for granted the investment that they're making in Neosho and the jobs that they have here.
All right. Well, what else is going on? What's going to happen here in the next little bit for, say, the rest of the year?
So coming up, we just announced yesterday we're going to do a masquerade treat parade for kids. So it'll be pretty similar to things that have gone on at Halloween in the past. We are getting businesses signed up now that are going to participate just simply so we can put out a list of businesses that will have some kind of treats or activities for the kids. That's going to happen on Friday, October 30th from 1 to 4. And so you can just follow our Facebook page for updates as we put a shout what businesses are participating. But we wanted to have something for the kids to do. We know that this year's been tough, not just on adults, but really tough on kids and the activities that they're able to participate in. So we wanted to try to keep that tradition as normal as possible.
Okay, and parents understand we still want to social distance.
Definitely.
And we still want to continue to do the things that we're doing. But as my 6-year-old grandson said, Papa, will my mask work? No, It won't. You're still going to have some sort of a face covering.
Yeah. So we hope that this will be good for the kids to get out and still have a little bit of fun.
Well, I tell you what, it looks to me like the Chamber has just gone from person to person, which absolutely is the best way to do things.
We have learned a lot of things that we probably wouldn't have learned in the past, and I think that will help us be better in the future. We've found that, some meetings are better on Zoom, then you get better attendance because it doesn't take as much time out of people's schedule. They can be at things that they maybe couldn't participate in before. We do a lot of hybrid meetings. So our board meeting starting is tomorrow morning. We will do it partially live, partially on Zoom. We've found that we get better attendance. Like I said, a lot of the people that want to be involved don't have the extra time that is required to leave their office for 2 hours. The driving time, all of the things involved in that, where they can hop on their computer from their office and take an hour to really invest in the community and be part of it. A lot of the things we've learned, I'd been on a few Zoom calls. I'd never hosted one. We'd never used a lot of the features of our meeting room, had the video cameras that had the mics we'd never used. We'd had that 5 years. Now we use them weekly for different things. So it definitely pushed us to learn more about technology and how that can be used to tie our community together. So we've really focused on, instead of just waiting for things to go back to normal, figuring out what we can do to be successful now and to help our businesses.
Well, we are, in fact, the Neosho Area Chamber
That's right.
of Commerce, not just Neosho. So if there's someone that is in an outlying area, it's a lot easier for them to hop onto a computer and get the information.
Yeah,
drive.
Definitely. We have, in the last few years, really put a focus on making sure people realize that we are the Neosho area. We are basically our members have access to our chamber benefit plan, which is the health insurance plan through the Missouri Chamber. And many businesses are finding that to save them money, to get them to help them keep employees by offering health insurance benefits. So that is a reason many small businesses are members of the chamber to have access to that. I think just giving our members a platform and a voice to let the community know what they do is pretty powerful.
Yeah, it really is. Let's talk about one of your favorite projects. You were the one a couple of years ago that said, hey, Neosho used to be the flower box city. Let's bring back the bloom. How's that going?
It's going great. So I love that dream was contagious and really embraced by not just the chamber, but really the community as a whole. Has taken pride in that. And so many people have done things, donated things, and just really found a lot of value in that partnership. So this year we haven't taken on a lot of new projects or done a lot of fundraising, but we've done a lot of coordinating and planning. We have a great relationship with the city, with Clint and Kenny at the Parks Department, and really helping do whatever we can to help facilitate and dream of what things do. If you have not been to the parks this summer or this fall, they are amazing. We have one of the most beautiful park systems in the whole state, I think. We have people stop by the office that are coming to see them. They've done tons of clearing in Morse Park so that the stream is accessible all throughout I think it's 2 miles that we have of Hickory Creek that runs right through downtown. It's just beautiful. Clint is working to try to get it stocked more often with trout. And if you have not been or heard about the new bike trails, we have really awesome bike trails that just opened a few weeks ago. I think there's 6.2 miles of mountain biking trails up above Morse Park. The city just approved at the last council meeting to continue the contract with the trail builders to build an additional, I think, almost 2 more miles. The goal is to have 10 miles in Morse Park, and that really makes us a destination. We're already seeing that at the grand opening, the day of the Fall Festival. We did the ribbon cutting with the city. I mean, trucks were just rolling in loaded with mountain bikes. I was amazed, and I think this is just probably one of the most impactful things that the city has invested in that will impact downtown Neosho more than anything, because what we see is that people come to ride the bikes, but then they want to go down and eat dinner or have breakfast at the coffee shop or whatever. And I think that that's just going to continue to stimulate our local economy. And as we get more trails, the likelihood of people coming to stay for the weekend and generate more tax revenue that way will be great. And so I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about all the work that the city has done to improve that, and I think that that's a huge investment in the future of Neosho.
Well, it's amazing to me that as I walk down through the park, you'll see cars or trucks with Texas license plates, with Northwest Arkansas license plates, with Oklahoma license plates, and all of those people are coming here just so they can have that experience. Yeah,
it's great. And even Monday I was at the office and I had 2 or 3 different people stop by. It was really, it was Columbus Day, and so a lot of the things were closed, but we were open, and And I had a couple that came from Fort Worth, Texas, came in. They were doing the mural tour. So many people don't, and maybe we take for granted the beauty of what we have here, but we have amazing murals all over Neosho and Newton County, and there are people, traveling up to come up and see them. And so in the future, we're working towards creating some brochures and things that really help showcase that, so that people know what's going on. We had our golf tournament in September. That was the biggest golf tournament we'd ever had. We are going to add a spring tournament and really kind of tie that in with Dogwood Days, the Dogwood Tour. We think there's a lot of potential if you drive through Neosho, we have such a beautiful town. The trees right now are gorgeous. If you need a place to drive, you should drive through Neosho and see the trees changing with the seasons. And so I think we never should stop talking about all the natural things that we've been blessed with here, because it's pretty amazing.
Oh, that's absolutely right. There's going to be one time-tested tradition that's not going to happen this year, right? And that is the yearly banquet.
Yes, the annual banquet. So yes, we have made the decision to not hold our annual banquet in the format that we normally do. That last year was our largest banquet ever. We held it at Indigo Sky and had, I think, 440 people in attendance. There's no way to do that. We don't have a location that we could safely do that. So we definitely are still going to do our annual awards, which include our Citizen of the Year, our Businesses of the Year, nonprofit, our most improved business location, all of those things. And we're still working on creative ways to announce the winners of those. But yeah, that was a hard decision to make. It is our premier event of the year, but it's just not worth the risk right now.
Absolutely, and I appreciate that. Yeah. I really do. But let's move on. We talked about the parks just a few minutes ago. Here before long, you and I are going to go to a meeting that is going to make lighting in the park one of the destination places of Neosho, and that's going to happen the Thursday before we have our parade on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. So Christmas is the show must go on. So I'm excited. The Parks Department puts so much effort into beautifying Big Spring Park with the lights. And so that annual tradition, I'm excited to see what we're going to do to make that even better. If you've never come downtown for the Big Spring Park, it is beautiful, and that ceremony to light the park is always something special, and always a lot of people come down to enjoy some singing and some just traditional Christmas stories being read and that kind of thing. And we are moving forward with the Christmas parade, a storybook Christmas. So that is going to be the first Saturday in December at 5:30 in downtown Neosho. We are using the traditional parade route. Be sending out safety guidelines, just whatever is recommended that we do is what we're going to follow to try to have just a really safe evening in Neosho. So we haven't got all the details yet on what we'll do for the breakfast with Santa that morning, but we plan to do something. We just have to figure out what that looks like.
Okay, well, without letting the cat completely out of the bag, we are going to move the lighting in the park ceremony up to the stage.
Yeah.
Where it was once to begin with. We got a couple of different choirs that are going to come sing. The Newton County Library is going to move their cookies and hot chocolate down into the park as well.
Awesome.
So it's going to be a great time. But here's one of the things that we found out. Through the magic of the internet, we'll be able to broadcast that over all 50 states and in 32 countries. And you can't believe the number of Neosho alumni that say, hey, I saw that and I remember that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Anytime we partner with you on getting the Christmas parade out, Ashley even did the homecoming parade just live on our feed. We always get such positive feedback from that, from, like you said, especially people that are from Neosho and love those traditions but can't be here. They love to be able to participate in that. So that's awesome. That'll be great for that to be live.
Yeah, it really will. Well, we've talked about 2020. We'll catch our breath and maybe have you come back after the first of the year, and we'll talk about where the chamber is going in 2021. And let me say that being a member of the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is a lot like going to church. If you don't participate, you don't get anything out of it.
That's right. Well, we try to make it valuable for whatever people needing, and that's one thing we ask when we meet with the business, like, what keeps you up at night? And if we can help solve, one of those things, like, is it that you can't find employees, or is it that you need to get more promotion out about your business? Trying to solve those problem or tie together those resources is what we love to do. And so we'd love the opportunity to talk to a business that's not part of it. It doesn't have to be a new business. Like I said, a lot of the resources, you may just not know how to get affordable health care, and that may be something that's really bothering you, and maybe that's something that we can help with.
Yeah, if you have not because you ask not, right?
That's right.
We've been talking with Lauri Lyerla, who is the CEO of the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce. Lauri, thank you so much
Thanks
for being
having
here
me.
today.
I always love coming in.
You bet. And anytime anybody has a question, has any idea, give us a phone number. Who do they call?
They just call 451-1925.
All right. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.